going to do this video basically on all versus some versus not all versus none. Are all black men bad? Some black men are bad, none are bad, or are not all bad, basically. I am of the personal mindset that I just don't give a fuck. Like, literally, I don't care. And I don't really consider the value of a black man like that, because what value does he have personally as a boyfriend or husband to me? None at all, because I would never be with one. So it's not, they don't have any value to me personally. I do not know if they are good or bad, nor do I care, really, honestly. It's just like a thing for me. They're not an option, therefore I don't really care. Now, I honestly do think that one thing, people who believe and not all are bad, or most are bad, or some are bad, maybe not some, but kind of some. I kind of feel like, okay, if you're of that mindset, you might want to just say goodbye to all of them, because if you're going in with the mindset that most of you guys are bad, how is this relationship going to work out? How is it going to work out when you are going into dating black men in these cases? I'm saying if some of these people do date black men. How are you going to go into dating or interacting with black men on a romantic level, and you are basically coming in with a mindset that most of you are bad? Most likely, I cannot consider anything romantic with you. Then why are you even entertaining it? Like, to me, I'm like, just scratch them out completely, because you're coming with a negative mindset. Now, I could say, honestly, for me, maybe this is true, and this is a really good example of how I am with certain men of other races. And we kind of know which men I'm talking about. I'm not going to say, because, I don't know, I've talked about them since the beginning of my channel, kind of negatively, so it's kind of just like, I don't have to do it in every video. But the point is, I do come with that mindset, kind of, that they are basically, like, not all are bad kind of thing, I guess you could say, where it's not, but I do think most, honestly. But I mean, like, I don't like to say that, I just think that subconsciously in my mind. Well, not really subconsciously, it's just kind of like an unsaid thing. But here's the thing, I really don't consider dating them. I really don't. I mean, I've like gone on a first date with one and like 2 dates with another. I don't consistently consider anything long term with them. And the reason why is because if you're going into a situation expecting someone to be bad, why would you ever try to consider anything long term with them? If you are just like in and out kind of type, situation, then you could be like, okay, there's a big chance you're going to be bad, but if you can behave for a short term, we can go on our merry little way, kind of thing. That's a whole different story. But for the long term, it just makes no sense to start something long term with somebody who you think that most likely is not going to be for you, and you are coming in with a negative mindset towards them. You should just let them find someone who actually is coming to them with an open mind, So I would think people who are in the boat of most or all or not all black men, or some black men are bad, then just basically say, I don't give a fuck, and just throw them all out. Just throw the whole option out and just focus on men of other races. That's what I would think would be the smart thing to do. in this situation because you're already going to come with a negative mindset. You're setting yourself up for failure. I mean, unless you're looking for failure, I think you should probably avoid them. So that's all I have to say in this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. By the way, I was not talking about black men in my personal experience. Thanks, bye.